Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Metaphysical Practices. For some reason, my sign didn't come up. Okay, let's just figure out what's going on. Okay, how's that? There we are. So great. I know. It's almost like I'm not prepared. It's crazy. That's craziness, isn't it? Okay. Lots of good stuff happening. Okay. I'm so excited to talk about the subject because I think that it's truly important. Um, and and I've gotten this a lot because I feel like the last few years, just really since lockdown, a lot of us are still living in survival mode. I think a lot of us had some trauma from lockdown. I get it. 100% I get it. I'm not judging. I'm telling you that I get that. I mean, and hey, Kelsey, um, I do get it. I do understand it. And I'm not belittling it. I'm not like trying to minimize it in any way, shape, or form. I want to tell you that I think these being in survival mode, having trauma, stress, like anything like that can affect us like mentally and physically. And let me tell you, when you have something going on mentally, it affects you physically, doesn't it? I know it affects me physically because the first thing I do when I am unhappy mentally or there's something going on that is challenging me, the first thing I do is turn to food. I will all of a sudden be baking brownies and cakes and cookies and just like going to town with it. So that is a trauma response, believe it or not. I know, I'm still coughing. I'm trying really hard to like work with it, okay? But the cough just it's because I have asthma and it just like, the cough won't go away for a long time. I couldn't imagine being locked down. I was an essential work during the Rona years. Our governor didn't believe in shutting down the state. Wow. Okay, Kelsey. So you have a different take on this, right? I was shut down with my kids. I mean, because their schools closed, and so we were home. I tried to make it as normal as possible, but honestly, they were in pre-K and really, really early, like preschool kind of thing. So it wasn't like horrible, but yeah, it also wasn't super fun. I don't recommend, is what I'm saying. So, I do want to talk about I do want to talk about this. Um, the fact that we all did get into a place of survival mode. School is virtual, but I don't have any. Yeah, okay. So, but my kids didn't even really have virtual school because my oldest son was in pre-K, so he wasn't even in it. I mean, he wasn't even in like the traditional school yet, or at least. So, sorry, Mouse is right here, so he's sort of blocking my way. Can you see the fur right there? Yeah, at some point, he's going to sit up and he's going to just like make himself known. But so, you guys, I've been reviewing a lot of apps. Okay. I started out reviewing apps because I wanted to review some of the meditation apps or the journaling apps and stuff that's on our phones that we can get to help us, like through different things or relaxation apps. So I started like critiquing some of these apps. And I got a couple of them that were talking about somatic workouts. Like they were relaxation apps or meditation apps, but they also had things on there that were called somatic workouts. And of course, you know me, I've got to research that because I'm like, what the hell is a somatic workout? What is that? And then it's talking about somatic workouts are not new, by the way. They're not new under any stretch of the imagination. In the 1970s in this country, a guy named Thomas Hanna and later Martha Eddy, Eddy, came in and started doing like some of these somatic workouts. And they got them from ancient Eastern practices like Tai Chi. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry I'm coughing. Whew. All right, the photography lights makes it hot in here. Okay, so they started, they got this stuff from ancient Eastern practices like Tai Chi and Qigong. So I know, I'm so sorry I coughed in your ear. I'm sorry about that, Kelsey. I didn't mean to do that. So this has been around for a long time, okay? And then I started looking at all these Tai Chi things online. And the Tai Chi things online are really, really fantastic because they do talk about like releasing and helping your liver functions, your kidney functions, your lymphatic drainage, like what can it help with? And now we have all these people that are doing like juices and saying, okay, let's do like, showing you how to do like juicing and stuff like that, that also helps with these functions. But simple workouts that they will show you on these Tai Chi channels on Facebook videos and YouTube, and of course, TikTok. All of those have some really, really wonderful, wonderful and skilled people teaching it. Thank you, Kelsey. So the somatic workouts target people that are stuck in survival mode, stuck with dealing with trauma, stress, anxiety, generational trauma, generalized or chronic or even specific pain, hormone imbalance, digestive issues, sleeping issues, and respiratory problems. Now, I really want to talk about this because the first thing that they will say on some of these somatic things is that it's for people that are stuck in survival mode. Okay. Yes and no. Not necessarily. Okay. Because I don't always feel like I'm stuck in survival mode, but I do feel like anytime something weird or something is happening in my life, the first thing I do is turn to food. The first thing I do is say, I need something sweet. Why? Because it makes me instantly happy. That is technically, dealing with that is technically getting stuck in survival mode. Not only that, but eating all that sugar, what does it do? It triggers a lot of shit going on in your body, right? It triggers cortisol problems, hormone issues. It's just like a litany of stuff that just, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. Am I right? So this is what we're dealing with here. It's not just being in survival mode from maybe an abusive childhood, although it could be. It's not just dealing with survival mode because you survived some, Hiroshima-like event, although it could be. But I want to talk about day-to-day traumas. I want to talk about day-to-day stress and day-to-day anxieties and things that like come up in our day-to-day lives. I think that we all do have big issues. I am not I'm not excluding that. I think we all have these like bigger issues. Maybe we've overcome addiction. Maybe we have gotten through an abusive relationship or relationships. You know, maybe we were that empath that was just soaking up all that stuff around us. You know, this is the time that those are big things. Those are big things. So this is a time that we can maybe deal with some day-to-day stuff and then address the bigger things. Because a lot of people can't jump into the deep end. They have to walk slowly through the shallow end before getting into the deeper stuff. And I get that. I mean, 100% I get that. So let's just start with, some of the more basic ones, like day-to-day anxiety, day-to-day stress. Holy crap. I mean, some of us going to the grocery store these days, we're all just going, okay, I need to add up what's in my cart to make sure that I have enough money to pay for this by the time I get up there. Has anybody been to the grocery store? Have you been to Walmart and seen the prices? I mean, it's like pirates are out there charging us this shit, right? God, what is going on with me in the potty mouth tonight? This is crazy. I gotta take this necklace off, y'all. I'm sorry. It's like making my neck sweat. I don't know how to describe the necklace. It's like driving me crazy. Anyway, so that kind of stress, that kind of anxiety of just going to the grocery store, or oh my gosh, Kelsey nailed it. I couldn't handle Walmart Sunday. Yeah. Have you been there? It's crazy. And plus that, going to Walmart on the weekend is a fucking anxiety nightmare right there. And anytime I go into Walmart at any given time, I have headphones in my ears. I may not be talking on the phone, but I'm listening to a book, I'm listening to music. I am blocking out all of the other stuff that I'm feeling, all the other stuff that I'm like sensing, everything that is in my area. It's not a happy moment, okay? So, Mouse, I love you, but you're kind of like laying on my stuff. Can I just let me just have thank you. But then we have our furry little friends. Oh, look, it's a little ear. Then we have our furry friends, and that helps us a lot, right, with our stresses and stuff. I couldn't get in and out fast enough. Felt gross when I left, and it's not even a dirty store. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I was in Walmart one day last weekend, and I felt like I was just getting run over. I felt like I was just getting like, I really did. I felt like I was getting attacked, and I was like, okay, what is happening here? And one of the moms from my kid's school walked up to me and she like got right up on me. She was like, "Hey." And I was just like, "Hey." Like I didn't even recognize her. And I see this woman like every day. And I was just like, I didn't even recognize her for a minute. And then I went, "Oh my gosh." I said, "I didn't even look to see who you were." I said, "I feel like I'm just getting run over in the store." I said, "I feel like it's just crazy." And she goes, "Girl, me too." And I was like, I mean, it was just a crazy time. It really was. So all those people crammed into that store, feeling stress, feeling anxiety over the prices or the fact that they're shopping with their families, which is so much fun. I mean, really. But it causes a lot of issues, right? It causes a lot of these issues. So it's not just 100% about being in survival mode. However, some of these daily stressors could put us in survival mode. It could put us in that permanent place where we feel like, no, I have it pretty good. I have a pretty good life, or I have, I have a roof over my head, or I've never had like a traumatic childhood or anything like that. But are these daily stressors causing you to constantly be in survival mode? There's many different ways of getting into survival mode. And this is something I've learned by talking to my clients, both like even my coaching clients, is like talking to them and helping them out with their businesses and helping them grow things. And they're just like, I can't. And I'm like, whoa. Why are we in that mode? Why are we in that thinking mode? Because that's not where we need to be. This is a 44-8 year. And on Saturday, we're going to be in the year of the dragon. This is some manifesting kind of stuff that we're having this year. And I don't want us constantly manifesting anxiety, stress, additional trauma, or putting ourselves in survival mode. I don't want that for us. So this is why I think this is so important. Okay. I want to say that there are a ton of resources on YouTube, Facebook videos, TikTok, and there's a ton of apps on our phones. Okay. The one that I am loving and the one that I actually paid for, I know, because I was testing all of these apps out. So it was pretty much just using the free 7-day trial to test all of these apps out before I came on and reviewed them for readings at the round table. The show that I have on there called Reviewed. Before I reviewed them, I was just going through and I was doing all these trials on the apps. But the one that I decided to pay for is called Better Me. Now, I'm not being sponsored for this. I pay for it. It's not like a thing. But it's called Better Me, and I love it. It does have like relaxation techniques, which is what I signed up for when I looked at it. But it also has these somatic workouts. And I'll tell you, I avoided them at first. I'll be honest with you, I avoided them at first because you start releasing from this somatic workouts, you start releasing these things. And what you are doing is you are releasing the addiction to the stress and the anxiety. And yes, you can get addicted to that because it's constantly keeping your adrenaline up, is constantly keeping that cortisol level up in your body, and that becomes addictive. You may not think that you want it. You may be going, I don't want that. Why am I addicted to it? I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. But I'm telling you that you get addicted to it. So it was hard for me. I went through it. I had to let go of a lot of stuff that I didn't realize that I was like still attached to. I had no idea that I was still attached to some of the things that happened to me in childhood that I keep going, oh, this is not a big deal. This is not a big deal. Hi, Ward. I'm trying so hard not to cough into my microphone. I'm very sorry. But I didn't realize that I was like holding that in. Now, here's the side thing. It is great doing these somatic workouts because when you start releasing emotional trauma from your physical body, it can help you lose weight. Is that necessarily what you will do with this? Maybe not. But it can help you get grounded. It can help you have that mind and body centering. It can help you have emotional awareness. It helps you sleep better. It helps your digestive issues. And it definitely helps you with physical pain. Okay? Now, I want to say, if you are seeing a doctor, please consult your physician before you do anything like this. But most of these workouts are very like they're very low impact. So it's not like you're really like lifting a lot of weight or you're doing some crazy cardio exercise. It is more about releasing the energy. Does this make sense to you guys? So I told you guys some of the ancient Eastern practices like in Tai Chi and Qigong. And I think I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, you guys can tag me in. But it also, here's a few other ones that you will recognize: yoga, Pilates, dancing, walking, swimming, breathing exercises, tapping. And I used to work with a lady a long time ago that she taught those. She taught the tapping exercises. Phenomenal. Phenomenal, by the way. I mean, there's a lot out there that you can do to help you out here. You do not have to pay for these apps. You don't have to. I chose to pay for this one because the one that I bought, Better Me, I liked it. It just has so much available on that app. It's just really, really incredible. Works for sinuses. Oh my gosh. Hey, Bobby, by the way. Um, it does. It does work for sinuses. So I felt like this was a really incredible thing. Now, I think most of you know I have talked about Dr. Seuss and how he has a lot of anxiety and he internalizes a lot of stress. That's something that, his life path number does deal with a lot. I have started him doing some of these exercises and he doesn't even realize it. I hope he's not watching. So he doesn't even realize it because some of them are just breathing exercises. Ooh, yes. It's just something really simple. So I found one lady that I really like, by the way. I really liked her. There's so many. I cannot tell you how many I found on TikTok, on Facebook videos, and on YouTube videos. And there's a lot of shorts out there, but there's a lot of like longer videos as well. So and of course the apps that guide you through it. So I started getting him to do some of these breathing exercises that just starts with like breathing in and out of one nostril and like going through that kind of exercise, and then it ends up with tapping. It's very, very interesting, and it's very powerful. I wonder if addiction would be considered the same if there was nothing possible to feel bad about. Wow. That's a very interesting take. Okay, for those of you that are on YouTube, I'm reading a comment from one of the Facebook pages that I'm streaming into. Because you guys know I stream into 3 different places, YouTube and 2 Facebook pages. It says, I wonder if addiction, this is Ward, by the way. I wonder if addiction would be considered the same if there was nothing possible to feel bad about. I I think that I think addiction has to do with, I think, yes, if we had nothing to feel bad about, then maybe addiction wouldn't be like a thing. However, I've seen people that grow up in like the picture perfect, like Ward and June Cleaver kind of like lifestyle or whatever, and they've had no real problems in their childhood, but it's almost like they create it. They find a problem, they find an issue, and they like get into some kind of addiction. Now, I will say this, Ward, I feel like people can get addicted to a lot of stuff. People can get addicted to calling me. People like me, not specifically me. People can get addicted to sugar. People can get addicted to oh god, I just like totally forgot the name of it. When codependent. People can get addicted to being codependent. People can get addicted to all kinds of things. I mean, let's talk about caffeine. Oh my gosh. Anybody here addicted to caffeine? I mean, I have an espresso machine and a coffee pot in my kitchen right now. And yes, I use both of them because clearly I'm insane. I do. I love coffee. I love espresso. But I'm addicted to the caffeine, and if I don't have caffeine by a certain time in the morning, that headache can blind me all day. That's an addiction. Carbs. I mean, some people say that's an addiction. Okay, my husband says I'm addicted to my eyelashes because I love these, I love all my eyelashes. Okay, whatever. Or I'm addicted to rescuing cats. I am currently feeding like 8. They just keep showing up. There's nothing I can do about that, right? So I think that there's different kinds of addiction, and I think that there is a lot of guilt. I think that if you grow up in a traumatic situation or you're constantly in survival mode, Ward, I do feel like that, that does bring on something to feel bad about. But there's a lot of people out there that have absolutely, like, you look at their lives, or I've even grown up with people like this that I'm like, what are you talking about? When did this happen to you? What are you referring to? And they didn't have anything like to anything significant happening in their life. You know what I mean? That would make them feel bad. And maybe that's enough to feel guilty too. I don't know. But some of these really fantastic places online, I encourage you to look at them. Just explore till your heart is content, and really look at things that resonate with you. If the Tai Chi resonates with you the most, then stick with that. What I want is for us to get out of survival mode, and even if it's like daily stuff that's causing us to be in survival mode, and not just some big thing that happened to us, last week or 20 years ago or whatever. What I want us to do is to get into a place that we can let it go this year, because this is such a big, strong manifesting year with a 44/8 year and the year of the dragon coming starting Saturday. I want all of you to see how important it is for us to do some healthy things and let go of some of the things that could be holding us down from manifesting our best lives. And that's it right there. Is I want us to all manifest our best lives. So I've found some great books like Tai Chi Joy Through Movement. Great book. Then here's a book and the workbook that I absolutely love. And I'll post these on my website, and I'll put them on YouTube. I'll put them in the links. This is Cindy Dale's The Subtle Body. I cannot get this. Is it in focus? Yeah. I truly love this book. This is an amazing, amazing book. The subtle body goes through so many layers of the chakra and the energy system and the energy egg. This is an amazing book. And you can find the subtle body practice manual or the workbook to go with it. It's absolutely fantastic. It doesn't necessarily target somatic exercises, but it does target a lot of the energy centers that we store trauma in. Okay? So I guess this is just giving Mouse, like, I've moved the books around. I guess this is just giving Mouse like an opportunity to just say, he needs to take over more of my desk. You gonna say hey to everybody? Yeah. Look at that face. Look at that face. I'm so sorry I disturbed you. I'm very, very sorry. Look, people are saying hi to you. You can lay back down. I'm sorry. You ever have a cat mad at you? I mean, they'll stare you down, won't they? I've been able to see and hear, see, hear, and feel spirit since I was 8 years old. I have done readings on strangers because of the spirits coming towards me. And I have put up a white ball of protection. What does that mean? What I am? Wait, Angel Smith, hang on just a second. I missed a part on your thing. What does that mean? What am I? Oh, what am I? Yes. Okay. Angel, it sounds like that you are a medium of some kind. It does. It sounds like that you are a medium of some kind. So, hey, Teresa. Hey, Michelle. Oh my gosh. No, it sounds like, Angel, that you are a medium of some kind. And you know what? Some of these exercises may help you to, it may help you to just get centered. And that's what I liked about, like, all the stuff that I was reading about. You guys know I love to do research. Oh my gosh. It's from, like, the biologist in me. I love to do research. But I'm telling you that these somatic workouts, and you can Google this, you can go to YouTube, you can go to the Facebook videos, or you can go to TikTok, and you can put in somatic workouts, or you can put in Tai Chi. And TAICHI, just for those of you that, you know, are in the know. I mean, needed the spelling because, you know me, I was like, I'm from the South, y'all. I mispronounce everything. But I found this workbook and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is kind of cool. But there's people on TikTok and the YouTube shorts and Facebook shorts that will give you exercises to do. And they're very, very helpful and they're very low impact. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? What gift do I have? What is it called? Because I'm trying to understand the gift that I have. I would say, Angel, I would say that you have a gift of mediumship. I would say that you have a gift of knowing. And that comes in, I haven't gone over this topic on here in a while, but it comes in with the clairs. So clairaudient is being able to hear spirit. Clairvoyant is being able to see. Clairsentient, which I happen to think is the most important one, is being able to feel and know. So that's something good for a topic for us to talk about, is like go through all the clairs. Is anybody else interested in that topic? I'm so sorry to cough. I'm trying to pull it together. But I think that the level that we are all at, and for some of us, the 2020 lockdown was a big stress. It was a big anxiety. It caused a lot of stress. But there's a lot of things that could trip us up into survival mode. It doesn't have to be a major life event, but it could be a major life event. And sometimes trying to get out of survival mode sometimes trying to get out of survival mode is that's the trick. It really is, because what it does is it adds to our daily stress, our daily anxiety, our just everything. I mean, and that's not good. That's not good. Again, what was I saying about the emotional and mental stress? What it does to our physical body? It's a big deal. It is a big deal. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. So next week, I will write down that we can talk about the clairs. Okay, we'll go through all the clairs. Okay. All right, so I'm going through some of you that are on YouTube. I'm reading from some of this on Facebook. Addiction, this is Ward. Addiction is often condemned, but what if we embrace it as a powerful tool for growth? Absolutely. If we remove the stigma and redefine addiction, we can discover new pathways of positive patterns of addiction, making it no longer a source of shame, but a source of empowerment and self-empowerment. I completely agree there, Ward. one of my friends who is also a medium, and she is very, very gifted. She went through years of addiction. Her name is Stacey Preece. She is on Facebook. I don't have her link. Hey, Tomomi, how are you? Um, Tomomi knows her too. Um, Tomomi, if you see a link for Stacy's Facebook page, I know she works with, she has her own business page on Facebook, and I'll put it in the link on YouTube because I don't know if I can edit it on Facebook to put the link in, but I think her Facebook business is called Stacey Preece Intuitive. She does do that. She definitely talks about redefining addiction. She talks about that in all ways. And I think she is absolutely phenomenal. She is very gifted. She's incredible. She's just a really great inspiration. She really is. So I completely agree, Ward. I do. What I want to do, or what I want to like bring out with these somatic workouts is sometimes people can work through their addictions, but they're still stuck in survival mode. Sometimes people can work through like some of their addictions and still be stuck in survival mode, or still dealing with that anxiety, that stress, that trauma, whatever. And it's really, really hard for them. Now, what I see with a lot of my clients, and even some of my coaching clients that I'm helping them with their businesses, um, they're feeling and they're getting some of like autoimmune issues or like fibromyalgia that comes from and you know those chronic pain things or generalized pain that can come from what you have absorbed, what you've absorbed as an empath, what you have absorbed with some sort of trauma or some sort of stress. Um, and I think even like, oh my gosh, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga was saying that like one of her former boyfriends, like how the relationship was not healthy. Like it was an abusive relationship. I think she was even talking about SA. I can't say it on here. Um, but she was talking about that and how it did trigger her fibromyalgia, and it did trigger her having like some of these issues. But what she's done is she's put it out there. She's expressed a lot with her music. She's expressed a lot like with her talent, right? But it doesn't mean that it completely erases that. It just means that now she's able to manage it a little bit more. Okay, great. Ward, my friend Tomomi has put a link on here to the Divine Path LLC. Thank you so much, Tomomi. I could not remember. Stacey is part of the group, the Divine Path LLC, and Stacey Guy Preece's website. And Glenda Emory is on there, and she is also an energy healer. There's some phenomenal people that are with the Divine Path LLC. There's one that does like crystal healing, but yes, they do talk about addictions as well, especially Stacey. Anytime I've had clients that have been dealing with serious addiction issues, and that I feel like I can't help them, I refer them to her because she's truly talented with it. She is. And if I can edit it on Facebook, I will tag them in, but I'm not like good at trying to get that edited on Facebook for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can do it on YouTube, but the Facebook one, you know, maybe that's trauma for me. But So a couple of years ago, actually, the year that I started my new YouTube channel, Readings at the Round Table, the year that I started that, I had like developed like this really, really bad rash, like over like a huge chunk of my body, like about 75% of my body. It was so bad. I was going to a physician. I was going to an acupuncturist. I was doing everything that I could to try and get my body healed. But I will tell you, like, some of the things that helped me to heal from that, yes, the acupuncturist was phenomenal because she helped me to figure out what was going on with my body. She helped me to determine like what was happening and helped me to deal with it. But this is about the time that I started thinking I need to do some reviews of these meditation apps. Yeah. So, because I've been working on the meditation app review for a long time. Ooh, I know. I'm a Virgo. I like for everything to be perfect, and it just doesn't all come together like that. But I started doing some of this work. And like I said, I started that Better Me app, and I didn't really want to do the somatic workouts because, first of all, I did not think that I was in survival mode. I did not think that I was living in survival mode. But when that rash started to come back after I had finally healed from it, and I'm like scarred. But after I had finally started to heal from it, when it started to come back, I was like, okay, this is more. There's something more going on here. So I started to look into more things. And that's when I started to do some of the somatic workouts. Now, at one point, I had lost 50 pounds. I've gained some of that weight back. I haven't gained it all back, but I've gained a lot of that weight back. And for me, there were some people in my family that when I was a kid were very fat phobic. Like, they were afraid of being fat. They were afraid of people in their families being fat. I think they were afraid of being judged by that. And I've always been a sort of curvy girl, you know? And I think that that put like a stigma on me because, again, when I was growing up and especially when I was in my 20s, when things would happen, I would immediately turn to food. And I would just go through the house and just like eat everything. Make cookies, make brownies, make cakes, whatever, to improve my mood, to improve like how I felt, because that was an immediate thing that I could make happen. It was also a lot of calories. So, not always good, right? And it's not healthy to eat that much sugar. It's okay to eat it in moderation, but it's not healthy to eat that much sugar. So that is my addiction, I'll tell you. So working through some of this has helped me lose a little bit more weight. Now, I think that it's like surprising to me how it is starting to come off again. How I've not had to do the keto diet again because I can't go back on it because of the issues I had with the rash. But I think sugar is very, very addictive. And so I started, after I lost all that weight and then I started to gain some back, I was like freaking out and going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I was starting to punish myself. Doing some of these somatic workouts has actually helped me to work through some of the anxiety, some of the stress, and some of the things that were contributing to me being in survival mode. They were contributing to that. And they were daily stressors, daily things that I was dealing with, daily anxieties. Stacey is in the chat. Okay, Ward. Ward, the lady that I was just talking to you about, with the Divine Path LLC, one of the really gifted people that are with the Divine Path LLC. Oh my gosh, thank you so much to Mommy for bringing her in. Stacey Guy Preece. She's in the chat on Facebook. For those of you that are on YouTube, the lady that I was talking about is on she's on one of the Facebook pages that I'm streaming to. So this is fantastic. And like I said, I trust her implicitly, and it's so wonderful to have a resource like her when I have clients or even coaching clients that I'm dealing with that are struggling with addictions. I can send them to her. She is very gifted with this, and she's a fantastic medium. My ex-brother-in-law got rid of allergy after he worked with acupuncture. He almost died eating steak and pork. Okay, so I went to the acupuncturist, and that's exactly what was going on with me. I had developed almost like an allergy to everything that came from the cow. So cheese, milk of any kind, like anything that came from the cow, beef, cheese, milk. It was very bad. Like, I could not process it. My body literally could not process it. It was so ugly. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. And, I started freaking out when the rash started coming up my neck because I'm so vain, y'all. Come on. I'm a Virgo with a Gemini moon. I'm vain, and I got no problem admitting that. So, I had to do something, but the acupuncturist was fantastic. I mean, I loved her. She made me a tea. Um, it wasn't the best tasting thing, but let me tell you something. It helped me tremendously. So it was awesome. Oh my gosh, yes, Stacey, love you too, girl. So this is a fantastic thing for you guys. Again, if you are doing any kind of somatic workout, it helps you to get grounded. It helps you to process and have like more emotional awareness. It helps you with your mind and body centering. It can help you with hormonal issues, hormonal imbalances, digestive problems, respiratory problems, sleeping issues, generalized or chronic pain, generalized trauma, or how about generational trauma? That's something I really do want to address because a lot of us have generational trauma. Do you have generational trauma, Mouse? And now he's going to stare at me. Apparently I disturbed him again. I just need to see my notes. Okay. So generational trauma is a thing. We do carry that through from generation to generation. Daily anxieties, daily stresses, big or small traumas can all put us into this survival mode. I truly did not think that I was in survival mode. I really didn't. But I want my kids to be different than me. I want my kids to be a healthier version of me, just like my mom wanted me to be a healthier version of her. So I feel like I feel like we're working through it each generation, but it's hard. It is really, really hard when you are the one to break the chain and stop the generational trauma, and you heal generations in both directions. Yes, oh my gosh, Tomomi, you're right. This is a huge thing. Generational trauma is a very big topic. Okay, you guys, Stacey has put a link in on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, you can go to Metaphysical Round Table's Facebook page, and it says if they are interested in finding a path of recovery that embraces all of our addictions, food, drugs, sex, alcohol, gambling, shopping, etc., they can look up recoverydharma.com. It's a Buddhist approach. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love the Buddhist things. I do. And okay, Kelsey, that is fantastic that you're stopping it. That is a lot of work, people. When you are breaking that generational trauma, when you are healing generations, that is a lot of work. Try looking at some of these somatic workouts, okay? Try looking up Tai Chi. It is an ancient Eastern practice of somatic workout. This is not new. This is not new. It's been around in the United States since about the 70s, called the somatic workouts. Thomas Hanna and Martha Eddy, E-D-D-Y. So this is not new. It has literally been around, like, as long as Tai Chi has been around. Yeah, this is a big deal. So look it up, check it out on. I encourage you to Google it. I encourage you to look at every like place out there, TikTok, YouTube. The Facebook videos are also very good. Facebook does their own like version of shorts now, and they're very informative. They are. There's a lot of wonderful things on Instagram. Check these things out. Find what resonates with you. Find what works for you. Find what works for your family. Because once you start it, you can spread the love. You know, just like I was saying, I got Dr. Seuss to do breathing exercises. He doesn't know that shit is somatic workouts. And for Christmas sake, don't tell him. Okay? And if he's watching right now, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I feel like I've been deceptive. But I feel like this is a good thing because I'm just having him do breathing exercises. I just started by asking him, I was like, this is going to help you sleep better. So it started by having him close one nostril and breathe in and out. Close the other nostril, breathe in and out. Then breathe in and out. And then I started doing tapping. Just simple, simple things for him. And it's changed him. I'm just trying to get him off of like sleep aids. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're great to take for like years at a time. It does suck, Kelsey. It does. Oh, Stacey says, it's of course serendipitous that you're mentioning this. I've been looking into this lately. Oh my gosh, isn't it? I love it. Tomomi says, moving to the US is generational healing for me. She is a super Sagittarius. So anytime y'all hear me on readings at the round table talk about the most Sagittarius Sag that ever lived, it's my friend Tomomi that is in the chat right now. Yeah. So she's from Japan, but she had a hard time living in Japan. She's actually lived in Australia and the US, and she is a bucket of fun is what she is. And the most Sagittarius Sag that has ever lived. I love it. It's so entertaining for me because I don't think I have anything in Sagittarius. I'm Virgo with a Gemini moon, you know. I'm all kinds of fun. What do you think, Mouse? Do you think I'm all kinds of fun? And I got a cat laid out here like third base. I mean, y'all, this is hilarious. You know, can I switch the camera? I don't know if I can. Yeah, look at this. So much fun. Okay, now I messed up. Hang on. I messed up my thing because there we go. I'm so good at this. Okay. I got off the sleep meds and went to edibles and plant medicine. Oh, I love that. I love that. Gemini here with a Virgo rising. Shut up, Stacey. I did not know that about you. Plus super Libra as well. That is very true, Tomomi. Tomomi is pretty much like Sag and Libra. She's fire and air. You know, those two sides are just feeding each other, as we were talking about last week about some of the astrology stuff. Yes, he is very spoiled. Mercury has found like shelving in my office that she likes to get up high and sleep. And then Mouse just wants to be like right here when I'm working. Like one day last week, I was doing videos where I was reading, and I just had to lay the cards on him. I was like, I can't. There's no place to lay them. I just lay the cards out on him. It's pretty hilarious. So the other thing that was like Stacey used the word serendipitous. I love that word. I found this at the thrift store. It's never too late. 172 simple acts to change your life. Now, I thought that was just perfect for today, mostly because I was like, how can I change things for me? How can I change things for, like, what do I want to see for the next 50 years of my life? Okay, I'm 51. I'll be 52 this year. And I'm like, what can I do? What can I do with this life now? What can I do with my body? What can I do with my mental and physical health? What can I do? And this kept coming up. The somatic workouts, and again, I encourage you, if you are under the care of a doctor, please consult your physician before you start anything like this. But I will say that this stuff is very low impact, okay? I do want to have a healthier mental, emotional, and physical existence, and hopefully for the next 50 years. Let's see. Because come on, if I can get off the sugar, that'd be great. I guess that's why you're here. Oh my gosh. Yes, that Stacey is a healer and a chef. Y'all, she is a chef. She's a good chef. I've eaten a lot of her food. And by the way, she did say in here that sugar is more addictive than cocaine, actually. Yeah, where's my 12-step program for sugar, damn it? I guess I have to go to the Dharma. Okay, I've already forgotten the name of it. Hang on. I'm scrolling back up. RecoveryDharma.com. RecoveryDharma.com. It's a Buddhist approach. I am loving that. I'm loving it. So, okay, tell me, do you guys have any questions about this? I want to remind you that some of the ancient Eastern practices that are considered like somatic workouts are Tai Chi and Qigong. But there's also like things in the modern era, like dance. Yoga's not necessarily modern. It's been around for a minute, right? But yoga, Pilates, walking, swimming, breathing exercises, and even tapping. So if you find any of those things that like really floats your boat, I encourage you to look at them. The app that I decided to buy after trying it out on their free trial is called Better Me. I am not being sponsored by it, but I do really like the app. It is called Better Me. They do have somatic workouts on there. I highly recommend them. And they also have wall Pilates. That's a fun one. So, when you're working through some of these things, a lot of the stuff that we store in our physical bodies comes from mental and emotional stress, trauma, or anxiety, right? So think about that and just say, I want to work through this. I want to see what I can do to make a change. And it doesn't have to be overnight. It doesn't have to be overnight. And that was another topic that I almost talked about today was procrastination. And if that's something else, if you're experiencing procrastination, I have another set of notes on that. Y'all know I love notebooks. Yeah. Okay, so procrastination, when you feel that subconscious desire to feel good right now, sugar for me. Procrastination is it's primarily driven by that it's primarily driven by that, like that I need to feel good right now. I need to bring that in. I'm trying to remember like exactly how I wanted to say this because I sort of walked away from it. But procrastination is primarily driven by stress. So if you are procrastinating, even if you're procrastinating about doing something like this, here's the notes that I have. Forgive yourself for the procrastination that you're doing. Acknowledge the source of the stress or the aggravation. And take 5 seconds, just 5 seconds, to believe in yourself before starting a task. And then just do the task for 5 minutes. Just say, I'm just going to do this task for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to do this for 5 minutes longer. Okay, I'm going to do it for 5 minutes longer. That's how I've been able to get through like a lot of the work that I've been doing around my house, the stuff that I've been doing with my business. It's because I wanted to do everything all at once. I wanted to prove that I could do it on my own. I wanted to do it all at once. And then what did I do? I choked myself to death with it. So now what I do is I say, I'm just going to work on this for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to add 5 minutes more. Okay, I'm going to add 5 minutes more. And then all of a sudden, I've done it for an hour and I finished it. Huh? How about that? So forgive yourself for procrastinating. Acknowledge the source of stress and aggravation, or frustration that you're feeling that's coming, like that's feeding that procrastination. And believe in yourself for 5 seconds or longer, if you want, before you start a task. Okay? And again, this was the subconscious desire to feel good right now. And procrastination is primarily driven by trauma, stress, anxiety. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go back. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, Facebook and YouTube, I'm reading your comments now. Sugar is socially acceptable addiction. Yes, it is. 12 steps from sugar. Yes, it is funny to mommy. I love it. And Kelsey, you're right. Almost everything does have some form of sugar in it. In fact, now I go to Lidl and buy a lot of stuff from them because it'll say on the package, no high fructose corn syrup. It doesn't need to be in everything. It really doesn't. And you don't go to jail or take your clothes off and run down the street with a sugar overdose. Holy shit, that is hilarious, Stacey. That is hilarious. Yoga and Pilates is great. I do my best work when I procrastinate. Really, Kelsey? Okay, I do my best work when I'm under the gun. When I'm just like, okay, got to get this done before this time or whatever. Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad you like that, Tamami. Ha. Procrastination has many roots. For me, is a fear of success. What if I get it right? It can be scary, so we just avoid the situation. Okay, you guys, this is a good point. Stacey on Facebook says, procrastination has many roots. For her, it is fear of success. What if you get it right? It can be scary, so we just avoid the situation. That is very true. That is very, very true. Because sometimes our ambitions and our fear are at war with each other. Yeah. So procrastination, 100%. And I will tell you that some people procrastinate because they need everything to be perfect. I follow so many people on YouTube, y'all. I mean, I have like 3 or 4 YouTube accounts. and I have so many subscriptions. It's insane. But one of the people that I follow on YouTube, she does organization stuff, which is basically porn for people that have a lot of Virgo in their chart, is the organization people. But her name is Clutterbug, and she's on YouTube. So Clutterbug lady did a post like last week that said, just do it shitty. And she's not wrong, because a lot of times I procrastinate because I can't do something perfectly, because I can't pull it off perfectly. So I will procrastinate and be like, well, I can't do it perfectly. So what she said was, she was like, just do it shitty. Just do it shitty first. And then all of a sudden you'll be like, okay, well, we can take some more time and polish this up. We can do this. We can do this. Yeah. Yeah. She's not wrong, is she, Mouse? This is good. Procrastination, it drives my family nuts. Oh my gosh, me too, Kelsey, 100%. And Stacey says, when you've been the black sheep for so long, it's hard to change clothes. 100% there, Stacey. 100% there. Favorite line, I tell myself, just do the thing. Okay, I like that. I love that. Tomomi, you're hilarious. So Virgo, it is. But let me tell you, I do like, because like I've been the scapegoat and the black sheep in my family, and it doesn't matter which side of my family I'm looking at, like somehow I always end up like as the scapegoat, and I'll be like, y'all gonna let them do that, but you're gonna crucify me for it. Okay, I see. But the thing is, I've just learned that I don't have to accept that. And I think that's been a lot of my stress and a lot of my trauma, is when I know I'm gonna have to see like a large portion of my family at a wedding, at a funeral, at a family gathering or whatever. And I sit back and I go, I just don't want to see these people, because I just know what's going to happen. That it causes a lot of issues for me. And then I'm like mainlining brownies before I go, and that doesn't help, because then I'm bloated and I can't fit into my clothes before I go. It's just the whole thing, right? It's like a domino effect. So you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Stacey. You're absolutely right. Well, hello. Someone from the Divine Path LLC is here. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, yes. And but I love that Stacey just says, do the thing. Okay, so you guys, we were talking about Glenda Emory earlier, another very gifted healer, medium. These are people that I highly, highly recommend. So if you are on Facebook, follow the Divine Path LLC. They have wonderful posts, because I can't seem to get my shit together to post all the time. But they have wonderful posts. They're really great out there. So if you're following on YouTube, you can, after we're done, you can jump over to Metaphysical Round Table's Facebook page, and the Divine Path LLC will be under there. Or you can just Google. I mean, you can just search the Divine Path LLC. It's it's fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful people that are part of that group. I mean, really. There's not a bad egg among them. So, this is a nice little, this is helpful dissolving emotional exercise. See or feel where the stuck emotions are in your body. Just go with it and don't pick it apart. This is really, really good advice. I'm going to show this on the stream. I don't really know how this, yeah. Oh, that's great. Look at this. I'm learning how to use this shit properly. So, this is wonderful. This is a wonderful suggestion here from Glenda Emory with the Divine Path LLC. All of these people do have There, you can find them on this site on Facebook. And they even do, if you're here in the Georgia area, in the Atlanta area, they have psychic fairs from time to time. It's really incredible. But this is some good stuff. Make sure that you are checking this stuff out. The somatic workouts. Again, Tai Chi is really a great one. That's ancient Eastern practices. There's a lot of stuff online. You have to find what resonates with you. You have to find what you connect with. And it may lead you to something else. It may lead you to look at something else. And I think that this is wonderful. I think this is a wonderful, thank you so much, Glenda, for sharing that. This is so fantastic. And I truly, and God, Tomomi, thank you for tagging them in, because I was like, I can't get in there because I'm streaming to too many places and I couldn't tag you guys in. So I'm so grateful for Tomomi for tagging you guys in. This is awesome. So make sure that you guys take a look at this stuff. Just Google this, okay? If you are looking for something to help with addiction, it's recoverydharma.com. You can also look up the Divine Path LLC on Facebook. Look up Stacey Guy Preece, Intuitive. I think that's her handle on Facebook for her business. And Glenda Emory has a couple of business pages as well. Fantastic people there if you're looking for them. Another shout out for Gypsy Soul Surfer. Her stuff, her mandalas that she makes are fantastic. They're extremely healing. She has helped me so much with like making those with my image or with words or things that I needed. They're awesome and they're amazing. So make sure you check her out on Facebook. And of course, thank you so much to the Beautiful Witch for letting me stream to your Facebook page. Thank you, Carrie Rodriguez. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out her website. Make sure you're checking out her Facebook page. She is amazing, amazing stuff. And Stacey is saying that you can find her at the Divine Path LLC. I think you can find all of these lovely women on the Divine Path LLC. They even have a crystal healer. Alka Kapoor is on there. She does a lot of stuff on Instagram, I know. But Stacey, Glenda, Alka, fantastic group. It really is. Oh my gosh. At least I'm not coughing in your ears. You know, just gathering it up. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Next week, I will be talking about the clairs, since so many of you are wanting to talk about those. So we're going to be going through clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, which I do think is the most important of the clairs, clairsentient. So I'll be going through some detailed stuff from them. Oh, great. Look, Stacey's putting all the people on that are in the Divine Path LLC. She's got them linked on the Facebook page, so you can find them. And yes, they are really great. I'm looking at their names now. They're awesome. And good night, Teresa. It's so good to see you again. I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you so much joining me on YouTube and on Facebook. I do appreciate you. Let me know if you guys find some websites or some apps or something that you think I should try out for these somatic workouts. I have been putting this together for a long time, where I've been trying out some of these apps for meditation before I review them on my show, Reviewed at the Round Table. But hopefully that'll be coming out soon. So it'll be great. I'm looking forward to the Year of the Dragon. It starts this Saturday. Remember, we're in a 44-8 year. And yes, there are numerologists that disagree with me, but I'm blazing a trail here, okay? We're in a 44-8 year. We're going into the year of the dragon. This is a manifesting year, people. If you want something, now is your chance to grab it, okay? So let's get healed. Let's get out of survival mode and let's go do something awesome, okay? Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Glenda. And yes, Michelle, until next time. Oh, I miss you too, Stacey. Oh, all right, you guys have a great, great night. And until we see each other again, get out there and make your magic. Bye, y'all.